Hello students, today we will learn the second chapter of SS, Cultural Heritage of India, Traditional Handicraft and Fine Arts. In the previous chapter we have learned what is heritage. We know that heritage means what is passed on from one generation to another. We have also learned that Indian heritage is divided into cultural and natural heritage. Cultural heritage means whatever man has received or created with his intelligence, knowledge, tact, all that is called the cultural heritage. And natural heritage means, the result of close relation between nature, environment and human life is called a natural heritage. It includes features like mountains, forests, rivers, streams, seas, plants, creepers, etc. Now, genetic inheritance. Genetic inheritance means the physical and mental characteristics that a child inherits from the parents by birth, such as a child inherits the same hair color, eye color, muscle structure, bone structure, shape of the nose, etc. Even height, all that can be inherited from the parents. Such kind of inheritance is called genetic inheritance. Now, what is material heritage? Material heritage means all that resources that a child inherits from the parents, such as the land, properties, estates, factories, buildings, all that is called the material heritage. India, being an ancient country of the world, has its best traditions, social values, dogma, customs, and family system. So, it is our duty to preserve our cultural heritage. So, in our ancient literature, there are references of 64 arts. So, in this chapter, we are going to learn about some arts and crafts that were flourished and developed in ancient India. First, we learn about clay work. Man and clay have been closely associated since ancient time. The whole life of men revolves around clay from cradle to grave. Before the invention of metal, clay things were used abundantly. Many toys, pots, pitchers, earthen lamps, clay stove, and clay utensils were made by the potters to store grains, milk, ghee, curd, and buttermilk. Many kitchenwares were also made up of clay. Besides that, clay was used for making the walls of the houses, and the kubas or clay huts were plastered by the paste of cow dung and clay. We have got many clay utensils of red color which belong to Lothal and Mohenjo-daro and Harappan culture of ancient time. The remains of ancient Harappan pottery work are found at Kalibangan in Rajasthan. India was famous for producing the baked utensils of baked clay as well as unbaked clay. So the remains of all these have been found from Nagarjun Konda in South India and Legnaj in Mehsana district. The next is the art of weaving. Since ancient time, India is very famous for its textile knowledge. Many types of clothes were manufactured in India. They were fine muslin of Dhaka. The speciality of this cloth was that a particular size of fine muslin could easily pass through a ring and it could be adjusted in a matchbox. Besides this muslin cloth, other clothes that were produced in India were Bandhani of Rajasthan, Kanjivaram saris of South India, Kashmiri cloth which is having a particular kind of embroidery work, that is kasab work, and patolas of Patan. These were the famous clothes that were produced in India. If we talk about patolas, making patolas of Patan is more than 850 years old work. Only a few artisans have the skill of making patolas. This is a very complicated and time consuming art. So this patola silk sari is known as Bewad Ikt. Bewad Ikt means both the sides, two sides, and Ikt means weaving. So these clothes are woven in such a way that it can be worn on either side. So this particular type of cloth is very durable and its original color remain intact. Our next topic is embroidery. The art of embroidery was very famous in ancient India. Embroidery and weaving were the small scale industry for Gujarati women. This art of embroidery was seen on the clothes of men, women, and children in Sindh, Saurashtra, and Kutch at the time of Indus Valley civilization. Now, Kasab work of Kashmir, that is also a very well known embroidery work in India. In Gujarat, the embroidery work of Jat community of Kutch, that is very famous. The clothes are decorated with the figures of birds and animals. So, embroidery also had a very prominent place in our ancient India. Now we learn about leather industry. Skin of dead animals was used for various purposes in ancient India. After the death of animals, their skin was processed in a traditional way and many articles were made out of this. Leather was mainly used for making mashak, which is a leather bag for fetching water. It was also used for making bellows which were used by the blacksmiths. Bellows means it's a device that blows a strong current of air and that helps the fire burn more fiercely. Besides all this, many musical instruments are also made out of leather. Then Majudi of Rajasthan, that is very famous, which is made out of leather, and shoes, belts, and many other things for animals like horse and camel were also made out of leather. So leather industry was very prominent in ancient India. Now we learn beadwork. India has a long coastline of 7,517 km and it is surrounded by seas on all three sides. Due to this peninsular feature of India, diamonds and beads are available in plenty. The diamond studded ornaments of India were having great demand in the foreign countries since long time. The world famous diamonds like Kohinoor and Great Mughal were found from India only. Now, diamonds and rubies, beads, emerald, and topaz were used to adorn and beautify the thrones and crowns and the jewelry like bracelet and garland of the kings. Beadwork is also found a prominent place in Gujarat. Enamel work. What is enamel work? The artistic skill of inlaying bright colors like red, green, and blue in the gold and silver ornaments is called enamel work. India is the only country where expertise can be seen in enamel work apart from gold and silver work. The famous centers of enamel work in India are Jaipur, Delhi, Lucknow, Varanasi, and Hyderabad. Jari work. Jari work is seen in India since ancient time. It means golden and silver threads are woven with clothes and embroidery is done with gold and silver threads to decorate the clothes. Surat is a prominent place for jari work in India. The artisans of Surat have a special expertise in decorating different types of saris with jari work. Metal work. Metal work is also a very old form of an art in India. Metal Age began and developed after Stone Age. The artisans of Lothal made different weapons like sickle, drill, and needle, etc., with copper and bronze. Besides that, gold and silver were also used for making ornaments. Then many utensils and idols were also made out of metals like copper, brass, and bronze, whereas instruments and weapons were made of iron. Wooden art. Man, trees, and forest are closely associated with each other. Initially, wood was used as firewood. Later on, it was used for making weapons, construction of buildings, and many other construction work. It was also used for making different types of idols, toys, wooden pillars, windows, doors, etc. Thus, wood carving was also developed in India. The famous places of Gujarat for furniture, for woodwork, that is Idar and Sankeda. Inlay work. Inlay work is considered to be very ancient art of India. Indian kings, emperors, rulers, and royal people of that time used to wear different kinds of ornaments which were studded with precious stones like diamonds, pearls, rubies, etc. Inlay work is done on gold, jewelry, and statues. For this work, diamonds and other precious stones and metals are used. This work is done particularly in jewelry like rings, necklaces, damni, nose rings, earrings, etc. Bikaner area of Rajasthan is very famous for inlay ornaments. Akik or agate work. Akik is a kind of semi-precious stone which is found in the valley areas of the river. It is a chalcedonic, that means silica mixed stone. It is blue or white in color. Carnelian agate is another kind of stone which is a main stone and it is semi-transparent and red in color. In Gujarat, these agate stones are available at Ahmedabad, Ranpur and Surat. Now these stones from these places are sent to Khambhat where it is molded into various designs and ornaments are made out of this. Painting. Of all the arts, painting is the most important one. Painting is an art which can be expressed through lines and colors. The aim of this art is to express emotions by imitating the animate and inanimate objects of nature through lines and colors. We have the evidence of Indian art of painting from the remains of 5000 years old Harappan culture. People of ancient India used to draw geometrical designs and sketches and the paintings of animals like elephant, rhino, deer, etc. Such paintings can be seen in the cave paintings of Ajanta and Ellora, which are the incomparable specimens of such paintings. We have also the evidence of the pictures of animals and birds in the cave paintings of primitive man of Stone Age at Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh. Let us stop this lesson here today. The remaining topics will be continued in the next session and all of you are requested to read your textbook thoroughly.